Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is the 8th studio album by the English rock band The Beatles. The LP was the most anticipated of 1967. The official release dates were June 1st in the UK and June 2nd in the US, 10 long months after the Beatles' last new record, Revolver. This was an unprecedentedly long time between albums for any musical act at that point. From 1963 to 1965, the Beatles had always released 2 albums a year, prompting speculation that the group's creative well had run dry and that they were on the verge of breaking up. The album was finished in mid-April, and the Beatles were allowing sneak peeks of the track A Day in the Life to select friends, including David Crosby and Brian Wilson. And in Los Angeles, various radio stations began broadcasting tracks in May, and pirate station Radio London played the LP in its entirety, as well as a special listening party for top journalists and DJs at the home of Beatles manager Brian Epstein. Sgt. Pepper became an immediate bestseller upon release, topping charts around the world. But not everyone was as eager to climb aboard the bandwagon. The BBC had been quick to ban the track A Day in the Life due to its purported drug references, and with the album's lyrics printed in full on the cover. Those who were similarly inclined to find hidden meaning in the Beatles songs were able to do so. Most famously, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was said to refer to LSD, something Lennon consistently denied in interviews, and a censorious finger was also pointed at other songs like Fixing a Hole, Lovely Rita, and With a Little Help from My Friends, with friends meaning assorted drugs. Others found hidden meaning in the Beatles' work, even suggesting that Paul McCartney had died in a car accident in 1966 and had been replaced as a double. Designed by pop artist Peter Blake, the front of the LP includes a colourful collage featuring the Beatles in costume as Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, standing with a group of life-sized cardboard cutouts of famous people, including Bob Dylan, Marilyn Monroe, Sonny Liston, H.G. Wells, Oscar Wilde and Dylan Thomas, as well as philosophers and scientists Karl Marx, Albert Einstein and Sigmund Freud. The center of the cover depicts the Beatles standing behind a bass drum, with the words of the album's title painted on the front of the drum. The group are dressed in Saturn Day glow-colored military-style uniforms. Next to them are wax sculptures of the early Beatles members in their suits and mop-top haircuts from the Beatlemania era. The collage includes a total of 57 photographs and 9 waxworks. Sgt. Pepper had an immediate cross-generational impact and was associated with numerous touchstones of the era's youth culture, such as fashion, drugs, and a sense of optimism and empowerment. Critics praised the album for its innovations in songwriting, production, and graphic design, as well as bridging a cultural divide between popular music and high art. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band has sold more than 32 million copies worldwide and remains as one of the best-selling albums of all time.